Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 4 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. Log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 4 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter logical reasoning. The lessons we're going to cover today are find two numbers based on sums and differences. Find two numbers based on sum difference, product, and quotient, and find the order. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Okay, here I'm on grade 4 math. The chapter we are right now is logical reasoning. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is find two numbers based on sums and differences. So let's just start with the lesson. Okay, the first example is the difference between two numbers is 6 and their sum is 10. What are the two numbers? So basically, you need to find two numbers whose difference is 6 and when you must be 10, right? So you can make the table like this, one for difference and one for sum. Because there are so many numbers, when you subtract them, the answer is 6, right? But only one pair of number, when you add them, the answer is 10, right? So 7 take away 1, right? 7 take away 1 makes 6, but when you add, it doesn't make 10, right? Then the second one is 8 take away 2 equals 6. So when you add them, that makes 10. So that means the numbers are 8 and 2. When you subtract them, they make 6. And when you add them, they make 10, right? So you can think of so many pair of numbers, but the correct one is the one that when subtracted makes 6 and then when added makes 10, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. So basically here you are given with the options. When you are given with the options, that very easy to find, right? Let me just tell you find the answer. For example, the first question is the sum of two numbers is 11. Their difference is 3. What are the two numbers? Now you are given two options. Check with the first one. Add 8 plus 6 makes 14, but we need 11. And when you subtract away 6 is 2, so that isn't the correct option, right? Look at the second one, 7 plus 4. 7 plus 4 is 11. Just subtract 7, take away 4, 7 take away 4 is 3. So that means option number 2 is the correct option, right? You can check the given options. That is easy way to find the answer, right? In case you are not given with the options, then you can think of the numbers that when added makes 11 and when subtracted makes 3, right? So the correct option is option number 2. That is 7 and 4. Very good. Okay, the difference of two numbers is 5. Their sum is 15. What are the two numbers? So which two numbers when subtracted the answer is 5 and when added the answer is 15. The correct option is, which is the correct option? That is 10 and 5, right? 10 take away 5 is 5 and 10 plus 5 makes 15. So option number 2 is the correct option. Okay. The the sum of two numbers is 13 and the difference of the two numbers is 1. What are the two? The correct option. The correct option is, yes, 7 and 6. Option number 2 is the correct option. 7 plus 6 makes 13. And when you subtract, the answer is 1. So option number 2 is the correct option. The sum of two numbers is 15. Their difference is 1. What are the two numbers? The correct option is, option number 1, right? That is 8 and 7. 8 plus 7 makes 15. And the difference is 1. The difference between two numbers is 3. The sum of these numbers is 7. What are the two numbers? So which is the correct option? That is, yes, option number 1 is the correct option. 5 and 2 is the correct option. Very good. The difference of the two numbers is 2 and their sum is 14. What are the two numbers? So which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, option number 1 is the correct option. 8 and 6 is the correct option. The difference of two numbers is 9. The sum of the two numbers is 15. What are the two numbers? So which is the correct option? Is the correct. The difference of two numbers is 9. The sum of the two numbers is 15. Option 1. Wow. There are 12 and 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. How 1? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is find two numbers based on sum, difference, product, and quotient. The sum of two numbers is 8 and their difference is 2. What are the two numbers? So that's exactly the same because here you have to find the numbers with a sum and difference, right? So you have to do the same thing we did with the earlier lesson. That is 5 and 3 is the correct option, right? Because 5 take away 3 is 2 and 5 plus 3 is 8. Let's just start with the test question, right? Okay, the quotient of the two number is 5. The product of the two numbers is 20. What are the two numbers, right? So quotient means when you are dividing the number, the answer is 5. And when you are multiplying, the number is 20. So you are given the two options. So just use the options. Quotient means you are going to divide, right? Mm. You cannot divide 5 by 6, right? You have a remainder in this case. Just look at the second one. 10 divided by 2, 2 times 5 is 10. And when you multiply them 2 times 10 makes 20. So option number 2 is the correct option. Right, the answer is 5, and when you multiply, the answer is 20. Got it? The sum of the two numbers is 8 and the difference is 2. What are the two numbers? So which is the correct option? Yes, that's option number 2. 5 and 3 is the correct option. Very good. The product of two numbers is 16. That's option number 2. 4 times 4 makes 16. And when you divide them, 4 divided by 4 is 1. How option number 1? Can you please explain? The product of two numbers is 16. That is 4 times 4, right? 4 times 4 makes 16. And the quotient means when you divide, the answer is 1. So they are 4 and 4, not 5 and 3. Please do not guess the answers. The product of 25. Their sum is 10. What are the two numbers? So which is the correct option? Yes, option number 2 it is 5 times 5 is 25 and 5 times 2 is 10. The difference of two numbers is 6 and their product is 55. What are the two numbers? Yes, that's option number 2. 11 times 5 is 55. And when you subtract, the answer is 6. The difference of two numbers is 10 and their quotient is 6. Which is the correct option? That is option number 1. 12 and 2 2 times. 10 minus 2 is 12 minus 2 is 10. And when you divide them, the answer is 6. The quotient of two numbers is 1 and their product is 49. What are the two numbers? That is option number 1. We are on the chapter logical reasoning. The lesson is find two numbers based on sum difference, product, and quotient. That is 7 times 7. Option number 1 is the correct option. The difference of two numbers is 3 and their product is 28. What are the two numbers? Seven take away 4 is 3 and 7 times 4 is 28. So option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So let me just move on to next lesson. I have already told you the topic name. Why you keep writing message and then deleting your messages? I remember who you are. That is logical reasoning, grade 4 math it is. You can see here is the chapter name. Here is logical reasoning. There is the chapter name, and now I'm going to start this lesson. Find the order. Anything else you need to know? Okay, let's just start with the lesson. Find the order. Okay, the French Club has more members than Poetry Club. but fewer members than the science club. Which club has the most members? So you have to use the story and put the number of members in order, right? So let's just read it again and order them. The first one is the French club has more members than poetry club. So French club has more and the poetry club has fewer. But fewer, that is after the but, that is for the French club, right? But fewer members than science club. That means French club has fewer members than science club. If you have the word but, you have to associate this first one with that means the French club has fewer member than the science club, right? Yes, you can ask question. So that means the French club has the fewer members than the science club. So here is the science club. So French club has fewer. Who has the most? So science club has the most. Let's just start with the test questions. Ronald swims faster than Reba. Reba swims faster than Tracy. Who swims the slowest? Final test you can see when you do all of the test practice questions, right? Like here you can see here you have page 1 of 20. If you do these 20 questions from each lesson, like here we have 3 lessons in this chapter. So maybe I think for example, if each of the lesson have 15 questions, so if you do all the 15 questions for all the lessons, then you can have the final test. Because I cannot do the all these lessons, you have to do the final test on your own, right? Got it? Ronald swim faster than Reba. Okay, so Ronald is faster and Tracy is slower, right? Okay, Reba swims faster than so Reba swims faster than Tracy. That means Tracy is here, Reba is here, and Ronald is here. So who swims? You just arrange them in order and this and you can find your answer. So that means Tracy is the one who is the slowest. Very good. Okay, the next one is the opal pendant is less expensive than pearl. Okay, so opal one is less expensive and pearl one is more expensive. The emerald necklace is less expensive than the opal pendant. Emerald is less expensive. So here is opal. Then emerald is the less expensive than opal. And then here you have pearl. Which piece of jewelry is more expensive, the pearl pendant or the emerald pendant? So which is the correct option? You can see the order. The order is like this: emerald, opal, and pearl. So which is the correct option? The expensive one is the pearl pendant, right? The correct option is pearl. Okay, the yellow jump rope is longer than the silver jump rope, but shorter than the red jump rope. Which jump rope is the longest? So which is the correct option? Yellow jump rope is longer than silver. So yellow is longer and silver is smaller but shorter than the red jump rope. That means the yellow one is the red, silver, and the red. So which is the longest? Yes, option number one. The red jump rope is the longest one. The correct option is red. Very good. And Ernest, but a longer distance than Mira. So who drove a longer distance, Ernest or Mira? Which is the correct option? The correct option is Ernest. Option number two is the correct option. Okay, the next one is Jake is older than Zach, and Jake is not older than Brigitte. Who is the youngest? The correct option is Zach. Okay, let's see. Okay, very good. The orange marble is farther from the target than the pink marble, but closer to the target than the white marble. Which marble is closest to the target? So, which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Okay, let's see if that is the pink marble. Yes, option number two is the correct option, right? Okay, Akash lives closer to the park than Richard, but farther from the park than Seth. Who lives closest to the park? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is Seth. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 4 math. The chapter we were working on is logical reasoning. The lessons we have covered today are find two numbers based on sums and differences, find two numbers based on sum difference, product and quotient, and find the order. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. Okay, so that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.